Moni, muli bwanji. That means hello and greetings in the language of Naja, one of the many languages spoke in the country of Zambia. Why am I speaking in the Zambian language, you may ask? Well, for as long as I can remember, I've wanted to go somewhere in Africa. It was one of my biggest life goals. Well, 2 years ago, that dream came true. This is my story about my trip to Zambia, Africa. I was given the opportunity to travel to Zambia with my church on a missions trip during the summer of 2010. When I landed in Zambia for the first time, I couldn't believe I was actually there. We didn't waste any time getting out to experience what we had come there for. The first day we got to visit a small orphanage in Lusaka, Zambia. The kids there were so excited to have visitors and we were thrilled to get to meet them. We passed out small toys and candy which they really liked. I also met the sweetest boy, George, who was the youngest boy in the orphanage, only 5 years old. If you all remember, this was the year that the World Cup was playing in South Africa, so you know what all of our soccer fans were doing at night. Over the next week, we traveled throughout Lusaka and visited several local schools. Everyone was so friendly everywhere we visited, and they never failed to make us feel welcome. It was at the first school that I was told for the first time that I was going to have to go up in front of a class and talk about myself, the gospel, and whatever else came up when I spent time with them. To say I was nervous would be certainly an understatement. But it ended up being one of the most fulfilling experiences of my life. The Zambian students at these schools were so excited to have us there. How excited? Well, I'll let you take a look for yourself.
Okay, bye guys. Hello. Bye, I have to go.
Kinda crazy, right? Their excitement was definitely contagious because I could barely sleep that night. All of us who had come to Zambia were beyond thrilled to be there. To have a chance to meet and talk with students, teachers, pastors, and so many of the local people there was something I can't really explain. To see how happy and joyful these people were, despite the fact that most of them were living in poverty, was something that really hit home with me, and I was so thankful to be reminded that I have a lot to be thankful for. Being able to pass out books, school supplies, candy, toys, and other things that can make the lives of these students and teachers a little brighter was something that I will forever be grateful to be a part of. After our time in Lusaka, we all gathered up and traveled to Chongwe, Zambia, to visit missionaries from our church who live there, and also to visit the International Bible College that our church helps to support. It was interesting to get to see the differences between a college in the US and one in Zambia. But even though there were differences, the connections we made with the students and helpers there reminded me that some things never change. I learned a lot about their lives. They're college students just like me, facing the same ups and downs. One thing's for sure, education is definitely important to the college students there. Oh, and did I mention that everyone in Zambia sings? People at the college sing to us every day, even when we have to go back on the bus and head back to Lusaka. I'm hoping that I'll get to go back to Zambia again, maybe even move there one day. But even if that doesn't happen, I will never forget my time there, the things I learned, or the friends I made.